Have you ever get the feeling life loves throwing surprise parties? Well, guess what? Turning 80 is like walking into a bash you didn't quite RSVP for. It's a time when even the most resilient and independent among us might find themselves blinking in a bit of delightful, and sometimes slightly bewildering, surprise. Forget those stereotypical images of rocking chairs and afternoon naps, unless, that's your jam. We're diving headfirst into the real deal, the genuine, sometimes unexpected, twists and turns that come with crossing that 8-decade milestone. Now, hold on a minute. We're not talking about just the usual suspects, the creaky knees or those doctor's reports that seem to multiply faster than rabbits. Nope, we're going deeper. We're talking about the subtle shifts, the quiet changes in the way the world interacts with you, the way time itself seems to play a few new tricks, and how your own memories start whispering little truths you might have missed before. Think of it as life revealing its hidden levels, like in a video game. Some of these changes might be those little inklings you've already felt but couldn't quite put your finger on. Others? They might just pop out and yell, "Surprise," when you least expect it. But here's the cool part, they all come together to shape this incredible adventure we call aging. So, buckle up, because we're in for a ride. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the very end. Because even though some of these surprises might seem a bit intense, acknowledging them is the secret key to unlocking a whole new level of peace, purpose, and, believe it or not, newfound strength. There's something incredibly empowering, almost magical, about giving a name to what you're experiencing and realizing you're not the only player in this game. We're all in this together, sharing the journey, swapping tips, and discovering hidden power-ups along the way. Ready to level up? Let's get this party started. Kicking off with a twist, the incredible shrinking social circle. Alright, first up on our list of 80 surprises, prepare for a bit of social shape-shifting. One of the first things you might notice is that your social world starts doing this curious disappearing act. Sure, the phone might still ring now and then, and visits might pop up on the calendar. But the rhythm, the frequency, it changes. And it's not just about how often, it's about the feeling. Those friendships and interactions that once flowed so easily, so naturally, might start to feel a bit more scattered. A bit more fragile. Friends might move on to new adventures, or face their own health quests, and family. Well, they get caught up in the whirlwind of their own busy lives. And before you know it, you might find yourself enjoying, or perhaps not enjoying, a lot more quiet time than you ever anticipated. Let's be real. Turning 80 isn't just about celebrating another year, it's like stepping into a whole new chapter of the human experience. And while there's beauty and wisdom in every age, there are also some, let's call them unvarnished truths, that often catch folks off guard. We're not just talking about the obvious stuff here, the wrinkles, the slower pace. We're diving deeper, into the subtle shifts in how life feels, how the world interacts with you, and how you relate to yourself. These aren't always easy conversations, but they're important ones. Because understanding these realities, that's where the real power lies. It's how we find peace, purpose, and even a surprising surge of strength in this incredible phase of life. So, let's pull up a chair, get comfortable, and talk about what life really looks like after 80. 1. The incredible shrinking world, social connections in the later years. Ever feel like your world is getting smaller? Not in a bad way, necessarily, but different. One of the first things many people notice after 80 is a definite shift in their social landscape. Remember those days of back-to-back social engagements, a phone ringing off the hook, and a constant flow of visitors? Well, the rhythm changes. The calls might become less frequent, the visits a bit more spaced out. And it's not just about the quantity of interactions, it's the quality, the feeling that shifts. Friendships that once felt effortless can require more conscious effort to maintain. Life happens, right? Friends might move away to be closer to family, face their own health challenges, or sadly, pass away. Family members, bless their hearts, get caught up in the beautiful chaos of their own careers, kids, and daily grind. And before you know it, you might find yourself with a lot more quiet time than you ever anticipated. Now, this isn't about wallowing in bitterness or self-pity. It's about being honest about a very real experience. After 80, it becomes undeniably harder to keep those social connections buzzing. You might notice the invitations dwindle, the gaps between visits stretch longer, and even if you've always been a bit of a lone wolf, that quiet can sometimes feel, well, louder than you'd expect. But here's the beautiful paradox: this shift can also lead to deeper reflection. You might find yourself cherishing memories more vividly, not out of sadness, but as a way to keep loved ones close in your heart. The shared laughter, the simple routines, they become precious treasures. And there's absolutely no shame in feeling this way. It's not weakness, and it's not necessarily loneliness in the traditional sense. It's a quiet adjustment that many face, yet few truly prepare for. That's why staying connected to yourself is so crucial. Nurturing your inner world, your memories, your story, and investing in those one or two truly deep connections. That becomes more valuable than ever. Because when the crowd thins out, the meaning held within those precious bonds shines even brighter. 2. The body's new rules, when small health issues become big deals. Here's another curveball life throws after 80, the way your body handles, well, everything. Those minor health hiccups that you used to brush off. They don't always stay minor anymore. That little cold that would normally vanish in a few days. It might linger for weeks, leaving you feeling drained and vulnerable. That small bruise you barely noticed. It can take forever to heal. And that little misstep that you'd normally laugh off at lunchtime. It might lead to weeks of recovery, therapy, or even surgery. It's not just about your body slowing down, though, let's face it, things do slow down a bit. It's about your body's resilience, its ability to bounce back, becoming less predictable. That margin of error gets thinner. Something as simple as missing a meal or not drinking enough water can throw your entire system out of whack. You might still feel strong, and in many ways, you are. But your body doesn't just quietly hum along in the background like it used to. It demands your attention, your care, and a whole lot of patience. And here's the thing, this shift isn't always openly discussed. Friends, family, even doctors might brush it off as just part of aging. But you feel the difference. You feel the weight of each recovery, the way your energy takes longer to return. The real challenge here. It's not just physical, it's emotional. There's a certain frustration, a sense of betrayal, that can creep in when you realize your body isn't cooperating the way it once did. And if you've always taken pride in being active, capable, and independent, this can hit hard. But here's the empowering truth: awareness is a superpower. When you start paying attention to your body's signals, you can adapt. You can slow down without giving up. You can learn to listen to what your body truly needs: more rest, more hydration, and a whole lot more self-compassion. This chapter of life isn't about proving you're still unbreakable. It's about protecting the strength you do have by no longer taking it for granted. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is give yourself permission to rest, recover, and be kind to yourself. 3. The fading presence, visibility in social spaces. Have you ever felt overlooked? Like you're in a room, but somehow, not quite seen. This is another reality that can be jarring after 80, the subtle, and sometimes not so subtle, way people start to, well, overlook you. It's rarely out of malice, mind you. It's more of a cultural thing, a subtle bias that few people acknowledge. You walk into a room, and the energy doesn't shift the way it used to. You start speaking, and sometimes others talk over you, not out of rudeness, but because they assume you're finished. You might find yourself repeating stories, waiting longer to be heard, or feeling strangely invisible in conversations, even with your own family. This isn't just about being ignored. It's about a gradual fading of your presence in a world that often prioritizes youth and moves at lightning speed. And very few people warn you about this. It can feel like your age precedes you, walking into the room a few steps ahead. Like your stories, your thoughts, your hard-earned wisdom are brushed aside, even though they hold more truth and depth than ever before. You've lived, you've lost, you've loved. And yet, there are moments when your very presence feels diminished. This can stir up a cocktail of emotions, sadness, frustration, even a quiet sense of grief. But here's where your strength lies, in recognizing this change for what it is. It's not a reflection of your worth, but a symptom of a culture that sometimes forgets how to truly listen to its elders. You are not unseen. The world might not always acknowledge you immediately, but your voice still matters. And those who do choose to truly see you, to hear your stories, your humor, your reflections, those are the ones who count. They are listening, even if it takes them a moment to truly pay attention. So, don't shrink back. Don't let the silence define you. Speak your truth, share your experiences, and be the quiet presence that reminds others what grace, wisdom, and resilience truly look like. You might not be the loudest voice in the room, but you are the most experienced, and that carries a weight that many overlook. 4. The gentle shrink, navigating the narrowing of your daily life. Imagine your life as a stage. In your younger years, it might have been a sprawling production with a huge cast, elaborate sets, and constant action. But as we gracefully journey into our 80s, that stage often begins to transform. It's not that the curtain is falling, it's more like the spotlight is focusing on a smaller, more intimate scene. Those daily routines that once kept us buzzing, the regular coffee with friends, the weekly market trips, the community events, might start to look a little different. You might find yourself venturing out less, not because your spirit has dimmed, but because the logistics feel more challenging. Getting around takes more energy, and even familiar places can seem a bit farther away. And then there's the changing cast of characters. Friends might relocate to be closer to family, face health challenges, or sadly, pass away. Neighbors come and go, altering the familiar landscape of your community. Favorite spots might close their doors, leaving a quiet echo in your daily life. It's not a dramatic collapse, but a gradual paring down, like life is offering you a chance to focus on what truly nourishes your soul. Now, let's be honest, this shrinking can bring a wave of emotions. That quiet in the background can slowly creep forward, and even the most independent among us might feel a pang of loneliness as the familiar fades. There's a sense of loss, a grieving for the life that was, and that's okay. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a testament to how deeply we cherish those connections and routines. But here's the beautiful flip side, as one world narrows, another can blossom. It might not be about chasing grand adventures, but about cultivating deeper connections with the people who remain. It's about savoring meaningful conversations, sharing stories, and finding joy in the simple moments. Think of it as life offering you a chance to curate your own personal masterpiece, filled with the colors and textures that truly resonate with you. So, reach out to a loved one, even if it's a long-distance call. Join a group, even if it's online, and take a short stroll, even if it's just around the block. Your world is evolving, not ending, and there's still so much beauty to discover. 5. The body's encore, embracing unpredictability with grace. Now, let's talk about our incredible, sometimes perplexing, bodies. After 80, they often start sending us a mixed bag of signals, and not always at the most convenient times. One day, you might wake up feeling like a superhero, clear-headed, steady on your feet, ready to conquer the world. The next, you might feel a bit slower, a little foggy, wondering why your knees feel stiff or why your hands aren't quite as cooperative as they used to be. It's like your body is keeping you on your toes, and this unpredictability can be, well, unsettling. You've journeyed through life in this amazing vessel, relying on it to carry you through thick and thin. And now, it seems to be changing the rules without a moment's notice. You might plan a lovely morning walk, only to be met with a wave of exhaustion that you didn't see coming. Bending down to tie your shoes might suddenly require a strategic plan and a longer recovery time. Dizziness, stiffness, or strange tingling sensations might appear and disappear like fleeting visitors. But here's the heart of the matter: this inconsistency isn't just about physical limitations, it can also chip away at your confidence. You might find yourself hesitating before leaving the house, not because you can't go, but because you're unsure how your body will cooperate that day. This doubt can make you feel more vulnerable, smaller, and less secure in situations where you once felt strong and capable. And that's a perfectly valid feeling. However, here's the empowering truth: even though your body might be less predictable, your response to it can be your greatest strength. Flexibility becomes your superpower, and adaptability your most valuable tool. You learn to plan your days with a bit more wiggle room, pace yourself with intention, and treat yourself with unwavering patience and kindness. You become a master listener, tuning into your body's whispers, resting when needed, stretching with care, and communicating openly with your doctor. Because knowledge is power, even in the face of uncertainty. So, while your body might not dance to the same rhythm it once did, you, with your wisdom and self-awareness, are still very much in control of your journey. Life after 80, it's a grand adventure, a testament to your strength, and a chapter ripe with opportunities for profound growth. Yes, it comes with its share of unexpected twists and turns, those harsh realities that can sometimes catch us off guard. But here's the beautiful truth: how we navigate these changes is entirely up to us. We can choose to simply exist, or we can choose to thrive. This isn't about denying the challenges, it's about arming ourselves with the wisdom, the tools, and the mindset to make these years some of the most meaningful of our lives. So, let's dive into some powerful strategies for not just surviving, but truly flourishing after 80. 1. The power of acceptance, dancing with change. Life is a dance, and after 80, the music often changes tempo. Things we once took for granted, our health, our social circles, our daily routines, might shift in ways we didn't anticipate. The first step to thriving: acceptance. This isn't about resignation or giving up. It's about acknowledging the reality of your current situation without judgment. It's about saying, okay, this is where I am right now. What can I do with it? Think of it like this: if you're sailing and the wind changes direction, you don't fight the wind. You adjust your sails. You learn to navigate the new conditions. And sometimes, you discover new, even more beautiful destinations. Acceptance frees you from the exhausting battle of trying to force life to be what it once was. It allows you to conserve your energy and redirect it toward creating a fulfilling present. It opens your eyes to the unexpected beauty that can emerge when you let go of rigid expectations. So, embrace the change. Allow yourself to grieve what's been lost, but don't let grief define your future. Instead, ask yourself, what new rhythms can I create in my daily life? What new sources of joy can I discover? How can I redefine adventure in this new chapter? 2. The vitality of connection, weaving a rich tapestry of relationships. Human beings are wired for connection. We crave it, we need it, and it nourishes our souls. And after 80, nurturing our relationships becomes more important than ever. Yes, the social landscape might shift. Friends might move or pass away, and family members might be caught up in their own busy lives. But this isn't a reason to retreat into isolation. It's an invitation to cultivate deeper, more meaningful connections. Think quality over quantity. One or two truly supportive, loving relationships can be more valuable than a wide circle of acquaintances. Here are some ways to weave a richer tapestry of connection. Reach out regularly, make a conscious effort to connect with loved ones. Schedule regular calls, write letters, or send heartfelt messages. Even a few minutes of genuine connection can make a world of difference. Embrace new communities, explore groups and activities that align with your interests. Join a book club, a senior center, an online forum, or a volunteer organization. You might be surprised by the incredible people you meet. Nurture intergenerational bonds, spend time with younger people. Their energy and perspective can be incredibly invigorating, and your wisdom and experience can be a gift to them. Deepen existing relationships, focus on being present and engaged with the people in your life. Listen actively, share your stories, and express your appreciation. Remember, connection isn't just about receiving, it's also about giving. Your love, your wisdom, your laughter, these are precious gifts that enrich the lives of others. 3. The symphony of self-care, honoring your body, mind, and spirit. After 80, self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's about creating a harmonious balance between your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. Honoring your body. Listen to its wisdom, your body is constantly communicating with you. Pay attention to its signals. Rest when you're tired, move when you feel stiff, and nourish it with healthy foods. Move with intention, exercise is crucial, but it doesn't have to be strenuous. Find activities you enjoy, whether it's walking, swimming, yoga, or gentle stretching. Prioritize rest. Sleep is when your body and mind repair and rejuvenate. Create a calming bedtime routine and aim for consistent sleep. Practice self-compassion. Be patient with your body. It's doing its best. Treat it with kindness and understanding. Nourishing your mind. Stay curious, keep learning and exploring. Read books, take courses, learn a new skill, or engage in hobbies that stimulate your mind. Practice mindfulness, cultivate awareness of the present moment. Meditation, deep breathing, or simply paying attention to your senses can reduce stress and enhance your enjoyment of life. Express yourself, find creative outlets for your thoughts and feelings. Write in a journal, paint, play music, or engage in any activity that allows you to express your unique voice. tending to your spirit. Connect with meaning, explore what gives your life purpose and meaning. This might involve spirituality, religion, nature, art, or simply spending time with loved ones. Practice gratitude. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude for the good things in your life. This can shift your focus from what you've lost to what you still have. Embrace stillness. Create moments of quiet reflection. Spend time in nature, meditate, or simply sit in silence and allow yourself to connect with your inner self. 4. The power of shared wisdom. Connecting through stories. Every person over 80 is a living library, filled with stories of resilience, love, loss, and triumph. Sharing these stories is a powerful way to connect with others, find meaning, and leave a legacy. Join a storytelling group. Many communities have groups where seniors share their life experiences. Write your memoir, put your memories down on paper. It's a gift to yourself and future generations. Mentor someone, share your wisdom and experience with someone younger. It's incredibly rewarding. Simply talk. Don't underestimate the power of a heartfelt conversation. Share your stories with family, friends, and even strangers. Your stories matter. They have the power to inspire, heal, and connect us all. Life after 80 is a unique and precious chapter. It's a time to embrace change, cultivate connection, and celebrate your incredible resilience. By accepting where you are, nurturing your relationships, prioritizing self-care, and sharing your wisdom, you can create a life that's not just long, but deeply, richly fulfilling.